stock market has been a roller coaster ride from March 2020 till now. Investors who got in at the crash have had unprecedented gains, and more people have gained interest in getting a slice of this pie. So what exactly is the stock market? Here we talk about the 4 most basic terms to get you started. Number 1. The stock market. The stock market describes the collection of companies who have sold off part ownership to the public, that is, you. You can think of it as a marketplace where instead of clothing or food being sold or bought, the product being traded is part ownership in a company. Generally, the stock market refers to the overall market of stock exchanges around the world, where traders and investors buy and sell part ownership of companies. The prices in the stock market constantly change due to supply and demand. Number 2. The stock exchange. While the stock market and stock exchange are commonly referred to interchangeably, strictly speaking, a stock exchange is part of the stock market. A stock exchange is a place you would go to that allows you to buy a stock. Without it, you would not be able to access the stock market because a stock exchange facilitates the meeting between a buyer and a seller. You can think of a stock exchange as a matchmaker. They match the seller and buyer and organize the trade. There are different stock exchanges such as the NYSE, NASDAQ, and many others. Why? Because just like in dating, there are criteria to be met. Some matchmakers may only matchmake 20 to 30-year-olds, while other matchmakers like to bring 50 to 60-year-olds together. Likewise, the various stock exchanges have different criteria and cater to different companies. Number 3. Stock or share. If you own stocks or shares, you own part of a company. For all intents and purposes, stocks and shares generally refer to the same thing. The distinction comes down to quantity. Usually, you would say you own shares of a specific company, while stocks refer to ownership of a company or companies. Technically, shares are units of stock. Number 4. Stockbroker or broker. In simple terms, a stockbroker is a firm or platform who takes a percentage of your money every time you buy or sell a stock. Why do we need a broker, you may ask? The simplest reason is that a broker gives you access to the stock exchange and takes care of all the fees required to buy and sell a stock. Stockbrokers also protect you by ensuring that the company, buyer and seller are all legitimate and that the transaction itself is legally and financially sound. That's it for this section. There are plenty more terms to learn for the stock market, and the terms in this video are like the tip of the iceberg. Hopefully by the end of the series, you'll have all the knowledge you need to start playing the stock market.